Look at her.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Look at her.
Yes, sir. I hate that I couldn't do your favorite part and slow it down, but my DJ
It's okay.
was tripping,
That-
so I had to improvise.
And it worked out perfectly, too. I just gradually faded on
Yes,
out.
sir. Yes, sir.
Perfectly.
You know, I try to do what I can do when I can do
Do
it.
it.
Can't dwell on the shit. You
Let it go.
gotta improvise.
There
a little
you
bit,
go.
You know, so
I agree.
but yeah, sounds so soulful, don't you agree?
Man,
Shit.
look at her. That's just one song. I can't wait for the rest of the album.
Whew, you ain't
Cannot
lying.
wait.
Whew, you ain't fucking lying. Shit. But we here, Thundercats, episode 69 of the Woman Forever podcast. As always, it is your boy, the bad guy P Mac.
It's your boy, the Walking Holiday He-Man.
Man, and we here. We both feeling good,
Yes.
playing some good music.
That.
And like you said, I just cannot wait for this
For real.
album. Like,
For real.
I've already said, just go ahead and gift wrap pretty much all the Grammys for these two next year.
Right?
Because they're going to clean up.
Yes.
They about to clean the fuck up.
It shouldn't even be close. Because, you know, Bruno by itself is a beast. Then you add Anderson. So, come on, man.
I
And
mean,
they
'cause-
vibe well off each other,
yeah,
too.
man. Because it's like when you think about it in hindsight, huge Bruno Mars fan. You already know this,
Right.
as are you.
Right.
Last time Bruno dropped, I think he took home 6 Grammys.
Sounds
I wanna
about right.
say. And that was 2016, late 2016 when 24 Karat Magic came out.
Right.
I don't know if he qualified for the 2017 Grammys. I think it was 2018
That he got
where he
in.
cleaned up
Uh-huh.
with like 6 Grammys. Beat Hove, Kendrick. I think he beat Drake and
Right.
Beyonce.
That's a lot.
So if anybody is thinking about dropping their album this year, I would advise against it if you
Yeah.
are wanting to actually win some Grammys. I
Wait.
think the only person that might be able to throw a wrench in that plan
Okay.
would be if Rihanna finally drops hers, because she hasn't dropped in forever.
Right.
She might be the only one,
I can agree with that,
because Bruno's on a mission.
bro. When he comes out,
Then you, like you said, you throw in Anderson Paak. And I'm really glad that I hate that it took this for people to really start paying attention to Anderson Paak.
True.
Because the dude go hard.
right.
I've been on him for a minute now. The
Yes.
dude go hard and he got something.
Fact.
I'm glad he's now getting the credit and the recognition that he deserves with this project.
I agree.
Because dude is super talented, man.
Above and beyond. And it looked like when he's, the thing that I enjoy about both of them is that when they're making music, I'm not saying other artists don't, but specifically them two, you can tell they're having fun. You know, the lyrics, the songs that they're singing mean something to them. It's not just a money grab, just to have a hit on a billboard. No, they put creative thought and effort to match their talent along with their enjoyment of it. So when you see them, especially the video just seems so, you know what I'm saying, the vibe with it, you can't beat that, man.
Yeah, the shit was playing, man. And I mean, that's the difference, especially nowadays, more so now than ever, between somebody that makes music and somebody that's actually an artist.
That is true.
Bruno is an artist.
Artist,
Anderson Paak
yes.
is an artist.
Right.
Too many people nowadays just make music.
And it is a huge difference. Huge difference.
Yeah, because I mean, it's like Michael Jackson was an artist.
Right.
Prince was an artist.
Right.
You know, Otis Redding, Sam Cooke,
Yeah,
they were artists.
artists,
Whitney
yes.
Houston was an artist.
Mm-hmm.
Anita Baker was an artist.
Luther Vandross. I mean,
Yes,
all of these,
it just
they
goes
care.
on and on. But so many people nowadays, they just make music. That's why I love the streaming era, but I hate it.
Right.
I love it because I'm such a music nerd, and I love that more so now than ever. It's so easy to find new artists.
Right.
Now, you know that's the kick I'm on.
True.
I love finding new
New
artists
honor.
that people aren't really listening to.
Correct.
And it should be. But because they're not mainstream.
Right. They're not giving them a shot.
You know, that's what makes it even easier streaming wise.
Right.
You know. But I hate the streaming era nowadays because somebody will put some music out. This is the formula for most. I don't even want to say artists, because that's that word again. Most people that make music nowadays, this is the formula. I'm gonna record one song.
Right.
I think I might have something with it. I'm gonna put it out. I'm gonna see if it hit. don't really hit like I thought. All right, fine, fuck it. I'm gonna try to find one that lands.
Right.
Then as soon as I find that one that lands, then I'm going to record an album, and I'm gonna stick that song on there.
Right.
Because I know that song landed.
As opposed to being devoted to a whole album from jump, from right off the rip, and being like, all right, this is okay. If this one ain't hitting all the way, I'll be able to find something that I done created that'll grab the people, make them gravitate towards me. But damn.
And then I'm gonna repeat the process like 8-9 months later.
Fuck that.
And that's another thing. Like, now, don't get me wrong. I would love it if Bruno was putting an album out like every year.
Right.
But I also love the fact that he puts a project out. He let it marinate.
Yeah.
He let you sit on that. He let you fully digest that shit.
Right.
And then you almost don't even hear from him.
Right.
Like, Bruno is that, like, again, 24 Karat Magic dropped in 2016. I think it was October 2016, somewhere around there. This is his first project he's bringing out since then. That's 5 years almost.
And guess what? That 24 Karat Magic can hold up against the majority of albums that's been released within that 5-year time.
And he still has managed to stay relevant throughout this time on top of that.
Yep.
Because you think about it, to the best of my knowledge, unless there was something maybe I missed,
Okay.
between 24 Karat Magic and now, Bruno has put out the Finesse remix, which really was just, he didn't change anything up. He just added Cardi to it.
Right.
And then he put out that other record with Cardi B, that Please Me
record.
That's the only records he really put out as far as I know.
Right.
And it's just like, in today's day and age, it's so difficult to stay, because out of sight, out of mind.
That's true.
It's so difficult for so many people that make music to stay relevant for that amount of time without putting out new music.
Right.
He's doing it. Not too many people can do that. Rihanna's doing it. Rihanna ain't put out shit.
Exactly.
And people are still waiting for this shit.
But it goes back to, like you said, the difference between an artist and a person that makes music. When a person is an artist, their whole track, their whole essence, discography, album sticks because they put so much into it. It holds to the point where they drop another one. When you're just putting out music, you're sure you have that one hit, then you have a mediocre album, but eventually somebody else that's just as good or sound the same is going to come up and kick you off the pedestal. You can't find somebody that say, oh, he remind me of Bruno Mars. Oh, he remind me of Rihanna. Not to my understanding, you be like, it's Bruno and Rihanna. They separate themselves from the pack, whether it is musically, creatively, artistically. You know, when they music drop, oh, that's them. That's who that is. I don't think a lot of people that make music can do that.
I dare any of you little fuckers to try to make something that sound like that.
No.
I dare.
No.
Because them two, they're the guys you want making a song to sound like that.
Yes. Nobody else can put. I cannot think.
I can't either.
That can pull it off like they do.
I can't either. And this actually brings me to one of the topics that I didn't actually have it in my notes, but something I do want to address.
All right.
We really need to stop the narrative of people thinking that Bruno Mars is a culture vulture.
What?
Literally because of the music that he makes and his style.
No.
A lot of people refer to him as, say that he is appropriating the culture.
No.
Which is just crazy to me. And he summed it up because he was asked about this.
Right.
He was like, when you grow up listening to a lot of music in the 60s, 70s, 80s, you know,
right.
Michael Jackson and, you know, artists of that time frame, obviously you're going to draw inspiration from that and want to put your own little spin on it, but also pay homage to the artists of the past in your music. You know, that's what makes music so beautiful.
Right.
So it's like, I will never understand that, you know, because you want to get mad at Bruno because he's so versatile.
Right.
Really is the word, because I mean, you think he hasn't missed
No.
on any of his albums. That's number one.
Right.
He's put out 3 albums. He's been out since about 2009. I want to say
Sounds about right.
somewhere in there.
Right.
He's put out 3 albums.
Mm-hmm.
Doo-Wops and Hooligans.
Right.
Hit.
Off the rip.
I think there was 11 songs on there.
I love that too about him.
Really solid debut
Right.
album. Got a couple of fucking records on there that just
They go hard.
That you know, that they're just untouchable.
Right.
Unorthodox Jukebox. A few years later,
I like that one.
even harder.
Mm-hmm.
You got 70s, 80s. Now you got all of that on there too.
Right.
And then we get to 24 Karat Magic. Flawless, no skips
At all.
What was that? 9 records?
9 records.
No skips. There was not a missed note on
At
that
all.
album. Like on the first album, the whole album was cool.
Right.
There probably might be 1 or 2 songs I don't have to listen to.
Right.
That I don't just love.
Mm-hmm.
Unorthodox Jukebox, there was 1 record on there I didn't really care for.
But
24 Karat Magic, there's no skips. That album is flawless. He didn't miss a note. He didn't miss a beat on that shit.
Straight playthrough.
And even that's, with finesse.
Right.
90s
Mm-hmm.
feel.
Yep.
Chunky, that was 80s all the way.
All the way through.
Got the ballad with Too Good to Say Goodbye on there.
It touches
like
on. So because that's frustrating, because everything that he put out, he made it his own. Like you say, he paid homage to it, but you could literally say that it's him. You have artists out here who jack whole riffs from people back in the day. Don't show any homage, no nothing. Oh, such and such came out with that song. No, that song came out in this, and this. Bruno is able to create something. He, like you say, he pays appreciation to the past, but he makes it his own.
Mm-hmm.
That is what I enjoy so much about it.
Yeah.
Because I'd rather go that route. And you can't say that, man. Culture. He brought in, who was that? Bootsy Collins for this. Mm-hmm. Let him provide a little feedback, input on it. It must be the young people that are saying this.
Gotta be.
Because I haven't heard no old heads be like, nah, you appropriate. If anything, they probably grateful or appreciate him because it's bringing more focus to that era. Mm-hmm. Hold on. I heard when one of the old 80s, 90s, 70s songs come out, oh, that sound like that Bruno. Hold on. Who sung that back then? Help you gravitate towards making old artists new again. So, they could mess me with that culture vulture shit. You got a lot of them out there that you can say are culture vultures.
Mm-hmm.
He's not one in my opinion.
Yeah, it's that whole narrative is just tired to me, man. I mean,
it's lazy.
You talking about a guy that's super talented, one of the better vocalists.
Yep.
On top of that, I'm not saying he's the best. Mm-mm. I can't say he's the best, and I'll tell you why. Okay. Because there's a guy by the name of Miguel running around that is a bad man. That is probably going to outsing just about anybody that's kind of active today. Right. So, but I mean, Bruno's definitely up there. Right. I would definitely say that. But like I said, Miguel's a bad man, dude. That's a bad man vocally.
He is. I think the thing that Bruno does so well, like you say, he's up there. He know what got him to the dance, but B, he's also not afraid to be creative. Mm-hmm. He's not afraid to try different sounds, different eras with different meanings. I mean, not too many artists would have came out with the song, with the albums that he came out, 24 Karat Magic, to expand the 80s and 90s. No, they would have been too scared. They probably would have had one song that would have been on their album and went back to what they were comfortable with, their bread and butter. This dude made a whole album. Silk Sonic is going to come out with a whole album. A whole album dedicated to that.
I'm telling you, all of you artists, fucking hang it up.
Give it a go.
Hang it the fuck up. If your name is not Drake's got an album coming, he's going to sell, obviously. Right. If your name's not Drake or Beyonce or Eminem or Jay-Z or Rihanna, right, that tier,
don't even bother. Don't even bother.
You're not getting a listen from me, I can tell you that. Shit.
The disappointment will be real because that's exactly what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna be expecting to be winning awards. You're gonna be expecting a whole lot of shit. And guess what? It's not gonna happen.
You're not winning shit
At
man.
all. Period.
Because we're talking about a guy that put out 24 Karat Magic, that put out That's What I Like,
Right.
which was one of the hugest records of the last decade.
Yes.
And if you think I'm lying about that, That's What I Like won a Grammy for Record of the Year.
Right.
Beat out, I think, Beyonce was in that category, The Weeknd, Jay-Z, and Kendrick.
No slouches. No slouches.
24 Karat Magic won Album of the Year.
Right.
All of them were also in that category.
Right.
Beat all of them for that, too.
That album was so, because during the Grammys and award seasons, some people get selected for awards, and you're like, really? They beat out all of these people? How? How did that? When he won those, you're like, fuck that.
There was no
That makes
question in
sense.
that.
Exactly.
And it happens a lot when you question, the Grammys just passed.
Right.
It happens so many times that, like, I love Alessia Carr.
Right.
Do not get me wrong. But the same year, I think it was the same year that Bruno won all those Grammys.
Right.
She had won the Grammy for Best New Artist.
Mm-hmm.
She had been out since 2015.
Can't do
at
that.
that point. Why was she winning that Grammy? I'm not mad at her winning it.
Right.
But it shouldn't have been that year. She had already been out for 3 years and had put out 2 albums by that point.
Exactly.
Why was she winning it in 2018? Know It All with Here, bomb ass single. That was 2015 when that shit came out.
Can't add that to the equation.
Like the Grammys is like, I understand so many people's frustration with the Grammys.
Because it was at the weekend. A few other people was like, you know what, I'm done. I don't give a fuck. You're not letting us in on the process. How you come up with this shit? So on and so forth.
The Weeknd should have cleaned up this year.
Right.
For
Blinded
After
Out.
Hours.
Yeah.
Should have cleaned up.
And he didn't get jack shit, right? I don't think he won anything.
He might have won one. I don't. Yeah, and I mean, and After Hours, that was one of those albums that it took a lot of digesting.
Right.
That album.
Yeah, that was
because you remember my original critique of that. The first half of that album was amazing.
Right.
The second half just felt so repetitive.
Right.
And to a certain extent, it still feels that way. But it's a great album.
Indeed.
That shit sounds fucking amazing.
And the thing that I love about The Weeknd, though, is that he has his songs to where you hear it and it automatically sucks you in. But he also has songs where after that second and third listening, you're like, you know what? I'll fucks with this. I get down with this. Not saying when you heard it the first time, you kind of felt, skip. No. But like you hear it, but when that second time come around, you catch something you probably didn't catch before. You're really listening to it. And then you catch the meaning of a lot of things that he's going with. Yeah. He's also creative in his own way, his own style. Mm-hmm. And he accepts that. And I love that about him.
And he's another one that's daring because After Hours, that was 80s written all over that shit.
Yes.
He's another one that's not afraid to step out of the pocket. I think my one critique of The Weeknd is that a lot of times with a lot of his projects, it almost seems like he's talking about the same thing.
True.
About it.
Right.
Heartbreak.
Right.
Essentially. And there's never not going to be a market for that.
True.
I would just like to hear
more.
I'll say that.
Stretch it out some.
But I love The Weeknd. He's one of those guys right up in that same conversation with Bruno that when he drops, I'm excited.
Very much so. Very much so.
And because of the success of this album, I think it's actually going to be a while before he drops another project.
I would be okay with that.
I could see that.
Because
I thought Starboy had some joints on it, don't get me wrong.
Right.
But it was too soon.
Right.
And what I mean by that is Beauty Behind the Madness was the one.
Mm-hmm.
That was the one. That is still my favorite Weeknd album.
Right.
He dropped Starboy the next year.
See? And how long has it been since from Starboy to After Hours?
Starboy was...
What was it,
2016. He dropped that right around the same time as 24 Karat Magic.
Okay.
Which is probably why he didn't win shit.
That's a possibility.
Because...
You're right.
By all accounts, with After Hours and Beauty Behind the Madness, Starboy was ass.
Right.
I call it like it. It had a couple of joints on there, cool.
But
as a whole, the album was ass.
Got you.
You know, I'm not gonna sugarcoat shit.
People say this is my critique.
I could have done without that album.
Right.
Coming off of Beauty Behind the Madness, I was disappointed with Starboy.
I can see how that could be the case. You slide in After Hours in this place, say for instance, I think that would have been a more natural progression of that. But and again, it goes for me. Songs, the amount, you know, when you because that Starboy had like what
15, 16
songs, and I'm like, to me, I feel like anywhere between 10 to 12, and I'm good if that.
Because me, I 100% agree with you.
You know,
because I feel like if you have that many songs on an album, your room for error,
yes,
it goes significantly down. You would think it would be the other way around versus if you only got 9 or 10.
Right.
But if you got 16 songs on there, then I'm looking at it like, well, shit, you got 15, 16 songs and I only like 4 of them. It's like...
Exactly. I feel like with that many, you become more tempted to hit the skip button. All right, you're not really giving the song the full chance. If the beat drop and you're not all the way feeling it, I'll come back to that. Let me see what's next. Oh, they hit. Okay, cool. But when you're looking at, like you said, Bruno only had, what, 9? On that one? You more inclined to be like, oh, it's only 9. I could listen to this all the way through. 16, you like, man, I ain't got... People just feel like they ain't got that type of time for 16 songs. No. You know, especially, it's different when you have CDs, CD1, CD2, or whatever. Mm-hmm. You're like, all right, I'm going to listen to this one, then I'll come back, check that one out later. But when you stream it 16 songs, damn, man, that's quite a bit. So... Yeah. That's just my stinking thinking. Yeah.
And I mean, sometimes it works because Beauty Behind the Madness had 15 tracks on there. I love every single one of them.
Right.
I love every single record on there. I'm not skipping a single one of them. So, but, you know, it's a mixed bag. I mean, how often is that going to happen? That you're going to have that many tracks on an album I'm going to love it one? Because it hasn't happened. I mean, fucking this album, After Hours, I think had like 14 on there. I don't love every record on there.
But
every one of them sounds great,
right.
But I don't love every single one of them on there. Same thing with Starboy. I didn't love every song.
Right.
It was out of 15, 16 records, I think I liked maybe like 5 or 6, which ain't really a good percentage.
Not what you're looking for. Not ideal, to say the least. Not ideal. So,
yeah,
man, it's...
I can't wait. I still need that collab, though, man. I need that
Jackson?
collab.
Who you looking for?
Bruno and the Weeknd. I still need it, man.
Look,
I still need it.
If they did that, bruh.
I don't even need a whole album. Just give me one record.
That's it.
Just one record.
That's it. And I'm shocked that you would think that would have been featured by, that would have took place by now. You know, that's just like, who is it? Who did you say you wanted Jameson to link up with? It was Jameson and Bruno. Jameson, Childish Gambino. I mean, it's just 2 artists that you feel like it just works. It is going to work. Mm-hmm. It would be just them singing about paper plates or whatever.
I'm trying to tell you, man, because it's 2 contrasting styles, but they're still so similar. And not vocally. They're completely different sides of the spectrum vocally.
Right.
2 different styles, but they're the same in the sense of, like you said, they're daring. Mm-hmm. They don't have a problem taking risks
at all.
They both can make, different era sounding music.
Right.
Come on, what are y'all waiting for, man?
It is literally money transporting itself to the
when
bank.
I tell you, dude, a record from them 2 would probably go like 8 times platinum.
Bro, it'll be a done.
Come on, man.
It'll be a done deal.
Come on.
Again, it would be another one of those things to where it'd be like, don't even put out a record. What's the point? What is the purpose?
Come on.
What is the point?
Come on. I'm telling you, and I really feel like if they was to do a modern version of The Girl Is Mine,
oh, man.
It would be fucking perfect, man. Think about the contrasting styles of Michael Jackson and Paul McCartney back in the day. Different sides of the spectrum, but that song worked because they were doing this.
Right.
They were going head to head in the song, dude. So it's like, think about that, man.
Look, see, that's tough to beat.
I'm trying to tell you, man. I need to get with a producer that can make a beat. I'm gonna write this shit and pitch this shit, dude.
Like, look, trust me on this.
I'm telling you, man.
I got this.
Come on, man. Rock with your boy. I got it, man. That song will be a fucking hit, man.
Off the charts.
Shit.
Off the motherfucking charts.
Yeah.
It's a win. And I mean, both of those guys have brought back, because I'm starting to get more and more shocked at how many people are like, I don't fuck with the music on, and I'm like, what? I ain't got time for that. I ain't trying to look. I mean, when you vibing with somebody, okay, if it's a jump off, I kind of get it. Unless you just playing some motherfucking some Trick Daddy, some Trainer,
I got playlists for that too, though.
Exactly.
They're not on the same level as somebody that I'm really fucking with.
Right.
So I got just like a little universal, like I beat the pussy up, that type of playlist.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
But you trying to tell me that Silk Sonic playlist come on? She walk in, you got that jamming and the dope. It writes itself. It takes care of itself.
Mm-hmm. You
know what I'm saying? So I'm like, come on, how are we to the point now to where we not smashing with no music on?
I don't know.
I just ain't getting it. I'm struggling with this.
I don't know either, man.
We honest.
Grow up.
That is just the truth. How and why? I don't get it.
I will never know. Like I said, I got about 8 different playlists that I cut on.
Right.
Depending on who I'm rocking with.
Right.
But, shit.
Ma'am.
Go to
bed. Nobody trying to smash on no documentaries. All right.
Fucking vanishing at the Cecil Hotel.
Yes.
Lisa Lamb crazy ass running through this motherfucking hotel. I'm trying to. No, that's not getting me. That's not turning me on
at all.
Shit.
Period. Not taking place.
Shit.
Not even a little bit. So yes, people out there, we have to rectify that immediate error.
Shit. I do have something in my notes here that since we're on the topic of sexual interactions.
All right.
What are your thoughts on sex when y'all are angry at each other?
Yes.
But here's what I mean before you answer. I don't just mean like one of these just little like petty arguments. I mean like a serious knockdown, drag out argument. Like y'all are not talking to each other.
Right.
At all.
Right.
How are you on having sex in those situations?
Yes.
Very
much so. Yes. Because why? Especially because it's now in days to where some women, some men, they feel like, why am I going to deprive myself of something pleasurable because I'm angry? If anything, that'll help loosen up the tension. Then we can have a conversation about it afterwards. But we get our rocks off. We ease that anxiety. Then we get to the root of the problem about what the fuck is going on. So I am very much in tune. I'll never be so mad to the point where I'll be like, nah, Angela, we ain't finna fuck. No, no, don't talk to me. No, I'm finna go to the other room. Hell no, I ain't doing that. Fuck you, me. We finna get it in. I don't give a damn how upset I am. I'm be like, she gonna be like, you want to fuck? Hell yeah, come on. Right now. That is just how I just do not, in my mind, see how turning down a good time is going to make things better. I just don't see it. I just don't. No means no. But yes can mean yes.
That's not the same scenario, though. No means no thing. That's not the same scenario as if y'all are mad.
Right. I mean, because I'm like, okay, so you know that something is going to make you feel better. I know this. She know this. And she brings it up, and I'm going to turn it down out of spite and pride because I want to be right? Fuck no. I will address my pride individually by myself in the mirror once we done fucking. At that point in time, I am down for the cause. Yes.
I'm with you.
You know what?
I'm with you. And with that, it actually brings me to my next question, and this is for the ladies.
Right on.
So, ladies, we need answers. Where do y'all stand on this issue if you and your man are in a serious argument? I'm not talking about, he mad at you because you threw his favorite shirt out or some shit like that. I'm not talking about nothing like that. I mean the serious argument where y'all are not speaking. And anytime y'all are speaking, it just turns into an argument. I'm talking about that type of shit. And he said, babe, I know you're not talking, but I mean, you want to fuck real quick. So, like, ladies, where are y'all at on that? I want to know.
You know what? No, ma'am. No, ma'am. the head and heart may be wrong. She has a mind. That is when she decides to voice her opinion. Because I put it like this. It be times to where a woman, that is why she's mad, because she ain't getting dick. That is where an argument kicks up. That is when some dust, some furniture is being moved. There's some smoke in the city because she ain't been dick down. Then when she gets them down to these, so she calmed down, we're able to have a whole damn conversation behind it. Yeah, that's what it is. Be wanting it. They be wanting, get you angry, get you upset, be like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm finna fuck the shit out of you. And then we gonna resume this afterwards. Then after that, what was we arguing about? What was you mad about? Unless he put that on your motherfucking ass, then that's gonna change everything. Gonna change everything. That is gonna change everything.
I'm petty though. You know me so
You are, but at the end, you're gonna sacrifice having a good time because you want to be petty.
I'm gonna be like, I just found it funny.
Yes, and he gonna be like, I find it funny. We need to go upstairs and talk about it between the sheets.
We can do it, and then I'm gonna
That's fine.
I'm gonna bring it up again and be mad.
That is fine. But is you gonna hold on to it as long as you normally would? Nah, I find it hard to believe, Krista. I find it hard to believe. I know, but I'm just saying. Are you okay? You may bring it up, but are you gonna bring it up with the same intensity that you did before?
Probably worse.
No, because he gonna be thinking, you know what? I gotta go ahead and put her to sleep. I put her to sleep, then I may have a shot. That's how that's gonna go. But
God's still working on me.
see, I saw a tattoo on Twitter that reminded me of you. That was she had it right there on her rib. It say niggas ain't shit or men ain't shit. And I say, Crystal, that's what you're gonna have to just go ahead and get for 2021. And your handwriting, all of that. Work in your handwriting. Not make it your own. Make it personal.
Oh my God.
Yes. I just have to do. I mean, it just has to take place. It has to take place.
Yeah.
I am very stubborn and I'm very prideful. But with that, nah, it's gonna happen.
I'm with you. I'm with you 100% on that.
It is going to. But you make a good point, ladies. Are you willing to do the same? Are you? Are you willing to bite the bullet and say no? Because guess what? Eventually, that's gonna start a whole nother argument. And what I mean by that is, like, come on, babe, let's just go ahead and square smash this out and talk about it later. No, I don't want to. Start going in, then he's just gonna be like, you know what? Fuck it, I'm finna go. Then there you are, in the house, eating bonbons like Pig Bundy, angry and dissatisfied, texting your friends, calling them, talking about how he ain't shit. He just want to fuck. That's all he want to do. He just want to smash. He don't want to talk about. Then he could ask you 1,000,000 times, what's wrong? Nothing. What's wrong? Nothing. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to deal with it. Be super petty. Then he's like, all right, fine. How about we don't talk? We just smash. No, did it? Fine. Fuck it. I'm finna go. Then you mad when he don't want to sit there and be a damn crash dummy. He don't want to be a damn voodoo doll and take abuse from that. Yeah. So, P. Mac brings up a good question. Ladies, are you willing to sacrifice the pettiness? Put the pettiness down. We're going to make shirts of that. Put the pettiness down.
I like it. I'm gonna put that in my damn notes.
That love guru that's been apparently cheating on his wife for years. He's that one of them people that be on social media giving advice.
Derek Jackson, he an older guy?
Audacity.
Let me see. Let me pull him up.
I'm very upset with him.
Is he old boy that called old boy fat fuck? I know. Let me see here. You say Derek Jackson, right?
Derek
Jax? Okay.
You know, the fact that y'all put any stock into these people that be on social media talking all of this shit on social media.
Yeah.
Doesn't surprise me at all.
and then when Quavo and Sweetie, he's out of line. He got mad at her basically because she told him that he was cheating. He talking about, you're not the person I thought you were. Sir, you're mad at me.
Hold on. Pause.
Okay, sorry.
So what you're saying is, he did her like y'all do us.
Wait, what?
I repeat it again.
Quavo and Sweetie, is that what we're
he did her like y'all do us. A nigga could catch y'all bold face in a exactly. How many times have a man caught his woman cheating? You don't trust me? I can't believe you went through my phone. Oh my gosh, I thought we were better than this. Da-da-da-da-da-da. So he did to her, which if she would have been cheating, she would have did to him.
I just feel like he blamed her.
You know what?
For finding out that he cheated.
That is what women do on a regular basis.
You're not the woman I thought you were. What?
That is what women do all the time on the regular basis. I can't believe you went through my phone. I can't believe that you don't trust me.
We do not do that.
I'm finna take my shot on this one.
On that note. On that note, you got anything else for episode 69?
It perfectly ended.
My bad.
Because I got nothing. I got nothing on that.
That is absolutely perfectly fine. I would take my swig on this.
Because we still got some more shit to talk about. But we're going to get out of here for episode 69. As always, it is your boy, the Bad Guy P-Mac.
It's your boy, the Walking Holiday He-Man.
We're going to get up out of here. We're going to let this Silk Sonic ride out. And we'll see y'all for episode 70. Peace.
Later.